Hi guys, this is Michael Alexander with Coinsider, and thanks for coming to another Quick Charts video. Today is the 15th of April, about 1 p.m. New York time. And if you haven't seen our demo video, it's in the link in the description below, so you can better navigate Quick Charts. And before we get started, just to recap what Quick Charts is, Quick Charts brings you many top analysts all in one page, so it can save you time and also can help you prepare for the next major direction in Bitcoin so you don't miss out. So now let's go over the report. There's three sections. There's quick charts, then there's the next section, which is predictions by the analyst here, predictions and reasoning, and then there's the final candle charts area here. So let's just go into the first section. We have six mini charts, or six quick charts, and on the left hand side we have the bullish looking charts. On the right hand side we have the bearish looking charts, and we're going to just look for a few similarities on the bulls and the bears. We have just the normal zigzag patterns, zigzag up, here's a one stop, then you have a zigzag up. These two analysts are the same, it's zigzag up. Of course, if you're a bull, you're normally going up. Then you have the bear scenario. You have going down to a few spots and then finishing here. Actually, this one is going up, then we're going down, then up again, and then finally down. So that's the pattern for here. And then for the last pattern, you have a up stop and down, as the analyst didn't get it into detail on the descent downwards. These initials are the analyst's initials, so if you need to find them later, you can see the initials. A few common price points to look here. There's two bulls, which is Heijin Lee and the EW and patterns, and they have similar stops at the next up, and you have 8650 here for Silicon. And on the flip side of the bears, you have a 6,000 major stop here. And then we don't have any price points on that section. So that's it for quick charts. We have six analysts. Again, we're looking at three bulls, three bears. The bulls we've updated, and bears we've updated a few of the analysts. So there's going to be fresh and new content today from yesterday. Although the analysts are the same, there is new content since there's been going a lot going on with Bitcoin. That's it for the quick charts. We're going to go into the reasoning now section below. If you want to stay with us, please do so. If this is enough for you for today, you can move on and we'll see you tomorrow. So let's now get into the prediction and reasoning. We have here, let's see here. So we have here again Silicon. He's bullish and he's looking to go to 8650 approximately to finish that fifth wave. And then from there to correct around 7,500 area. And since he's bullish and believes that we've finished, we're on an impulse wave, of course we're going to be going up again. We don't know that number. But the main number to look for is that 8,500. If we break that, we're definitely going to 8,650 or close to that number, and then we're going down for a correction to 7,500 before going up again. Then the next analyst, Heijin Lee, he came out with a report yesterday. He believes that the sellers are majorly depleted. Their power is sapped. He used the two descending wedges to show that, and his primary count is bullish. Believes that we're going up now, 12,000, then 10. I believe he has a much higher prediction if we are on our impulse wave now. So that is numbers to look out for, and I'm sure we'll have many stops on the way, but 12,000 is the next major stop there. Then you have EW and patterns, which is similar to Heijin Lee. We have 12,000 again for the next stop. He bumped it up from 10,000 from yesterday as he adjusted his Elliott wave count, then back down to 10,000 for a correction, and up towards 14,000 area to finish a Elliott count. He did predict, again, bullish count would be invalidated if we go below 6760. So that's the number you want to pay attention to for invalidating that bullish count. Then you have Tony Vase. No new updates for a few days. I did keep him in the analysts as he originally looked at the weekly chart, still bearish, but it is forming equilibrium, sorry. And then we have the monthly, where he mentioned the monthly chart is bearish as we formed a red 2, which I'll show you below after the section what that means. So if we are bouncing up a little bit here in the market, he didn't mention specifically we're bouncing up, but this is what the market's doing. His next destination is going to be 6,000, then we're going to get a bounce, and then we're going to get a final destination in the 4,900 area. So also Tony Mays mentioned that if price goes above 9,500 and the 200 EMA on the daily chart, that he could start seeing things bullish. Okay, so again, those numbers to look for: above 9,500 and above the 200 EMA on the daily, that he may see things bullish. The next analyst, AP, I adjusted the chart from yesterday as he mentioned some price points we could hit if we have a impulse wave up to, if we're doing an impulse wave, our next destination could be about 9,000, 9,100, retrace to about 7,500, and then back up to 9,400. He used the Fibonacci of 0.5 as a major indicator from previous historical Bitcoin data in the past couple of months, showing that whenever it hit the 0.5 Fibonacci in the past, it bounced off that and we went down bearish again. So he's seeing 9,400 as a probably last resort for the temporarily bull run, and from there we should hit a brick wall and go down. And again, if we go over 9,500, he is going to be very bullish. If we go over, here's the notes right here. Next analyst, JD Marshall, again mentioned the other day, if anything under 8,200, he's still bearish. We broke 8,200. We went over 8,300, 8,350 today. And then he mentioned that we could probably see 9,200. And if we did establish that higher high of 9,200, then he could start looking bullish. Okay, so that's it for prediction and reasoning. Again, what are we going to take away from this? We have some key points that the bears are looking for, as far as we're not going any further. For JD, it's 9,200. For AP, he sees 9,400 around there, the last stop. Tony Mays didn't mention any specific numbers. He just sees it bearish overall. We're going down bearish on the weekly. Monthly, we're very bearish. So those are the three analysts and some numbers you can take away from them. Then you see on the bullish side of things, you see Silicon to 8,650, and then a correction to 7,500. The next price going up, we don't know. And then we have 12,000 for these two bullish analysts here. So just take those numbers and just remember them in case you have a trading strategy. Finally, let's go to the candle charts, and we're going to look at what the analysts are saying with their charts. So these are the analyst charts. This is Silicon about April 14th. He did have a finishing count here around the 8650 area. I think this is the wave 5, and then correcting down to that 7500 zone right here, which is a normal healthy correction. If we are on an impulse bullish, then we should bounce back up, as I showed you in the chart. He just didn't show that number. And then we have, again from the other day, this was the major trend line going down on the logarithmic chart, and he sees us hitting that again around the 8600, bouncing down to that 7500, and then breaking through that major long-term resistance from December 17th and reaching up to the 9,000 area. So actually I could have put in my quick charts about 9,000, as that's what the chart shows. And then we have April 14th. So we have April 14th, Hey Gene, he updated his charts. These were the two descending bullish wedges where he said that the seller's power was sapped. So here it was sapped and here it was further sapped, and there's no more further selling power. So we broke through here close to the apex, and if that's currently the situation, and this is the 1 and this is the 2, then we could be looking for a big 3 with a first wave starting ending here in this blue, which is about $22,000, but our first destination would be about this wave at 12,000. retracing a little and then going up to much further, but that's far away. Next destination about $12,000. Final destination much higher in the long term. Then we have EW in patterns. He adjusted his chart from the other day. Initially he had 10,000 as the next target. He adjusted his yellow count here, and if this is a 1 and a 2, this would be a 3, and he just made here, let's see, the 3 would be about $12,000, which would be the next target if we're before we correct and we go up. So 12,000 the next target. I'm sorry, the 3 white 3, that would be 12,000. It would be the next target where he adjusted to, and then we would retrace back to 10,000, and then we would finish up at $14,000. That's EW in patterns. And we have Tony Vase. As I mentioned before, on the monthly, he believes that we're very bearish on that. I'm sorry, this is the weekly chart. He believes that we're still bearish. We're working towards equilibrium on the weekly, but we're still not in the green or the bullish on the weekly yet. On the monthly, he has us bearish because we haven't formed a second red candle for a couple of years. So that's a very bearish sign if you see all these candles, 1 2 1 1 2, green green. So if you want more details, just go visit his website. It's on his YouTube video information, and you can get more information on what these red 1 2s and what the TD sequential pattern he uses. Then we have AP. Again, still bearish. Still bearish on the monthly, bearish on the weekly. Believes that we finished a WXY and then we're heading up for a failed wave, similar to the X over here, which was a failed wave. So that's the Y. This should be a failed wave at the 0.5 Fibonacci, which is around the 9,400 mark, I believe. He sees the 9,000 as the first mark, retrace a little back up to the 9,400, and from 9,400 we should have a failure. From the failure we should go back down to finish the WXYZ at below 6,000. I don't know his exact mark for today. He didn't mention it, but it should be below the 6,000, down into the 4,000 or 5,000 region, or lower, as he mentioned before. But his primary count is that we are not going past $9,400, $9,500. And then we have J.D. Marshall believes that we are still in the bearish situation, and mentioned that $9,200, if that went over the 9,200, he may lean towards bullish, because that would establish a higher high, and 64.20 would be a lower high. So he needs to see a higher high right now, and of course the 64.20 should be easy to hold to turn bearish. So that is today's report with Coinsider. We went over 3 sections, which was the, let's see here, candle charts, which you just went over. We went over the prediction and reasoning with the 6 analysts. So we went over the specific next destination targets for them. We have the 3 bulls here and the 3 bears here. And then finally we went over our initial quick charts just to show a basic next major stops and how the market is moving here. And that's it for today's quick charts. The analysts that we looked at today, it's just their opinions, whatever they're predicting. So please don't take that as financial advice from them or me, as we are only providing these quick charts for educational purposes. Hope you enjoyed today's quick charts, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Also, if you're watching a YouTube video, please subscribe and hit that bell so you can get notifications each day or each few days that we release the report. If you're on Steemit and if you find our content valuable, then please upvote and re-steam, and please comment. We'd love to hear your feedback. So have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.